Do you know what? Detroit did not really. No, I did not know. We did not know how Detroit was going to go. We thought they could go in a couple different directions. One of which would have been possibly Bart, but we knew that it might. We weren't sure, but we were excited when Joey Barr was there for us to select.
Given kind of.
And then in the second round, we just finished taking Sean Hjelle from University of Kentucky, and that was a waiting game. That was to see if he was going to make it to us. And the boards, I must say, in this draft, there was a lot of players that we all liked, and they went off the board. There were some players that you didn't expect that went pretty good, which helped us some. But overall, we're really we're ecstatic to be able to get two guys that we think can contribute to the Giants here in the future.
With Joey, given how advanced his bat is in the report on him, where do you think you might start him?
I'm not sure. We usually start everybody in Arizona. I mean, I look back at our first drafts, but some of our drafts of Buster and Crawford, they all go to Arizona first before they go up to Salem. So I would say probably he would go first there. We go through an exam and then just get them acclimated, see where they are, get them back into baseball spirit, and then go from there. So where they start, as we say, it doesn't matter. It's where they finish. It's really the most important thing.
Having Joey here last week, how did that help?
I think it helped in the sense of some of the people who hadn't met him got a chance to meet with him and shake his hand and get it and see who Joey Bart really was.
Did you see things in Joey that were reminiscent of Buster?
The fact that they were both ACC catchers, that was helpful. But I think what you see in Joey is they were both very good competitors. Him and Buster are very good competitors. They were both athletic behind home plate from a defensive standpoint. And not that I don't like to compare players on how they are, but Joey is more of has power, and whereas Buster was really a good hitter. I mean, just a really good hitter, as we know.
We're all kind of seeing pictures now of your second rounder and just.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Really tall, skinny kid. What can you tell us?
Do you know he's really not that skinny? He was one of the guys. I got a chance to meet with him. We met with him, of course, in the off season, I should say, and just a quality kid. That's a competitor also, and he was SEC Pitcher of the Year last year as a sophomore for Kentucky. This year he was out. He was a workhorse for Kentucky this year, but we like the way he handles himself. He doesn't look like a 6'10" or 6'11" pitcher because he moves so well. I mean, you expect him to be a little more gawky or something, but he actually moves his feet and he has a feel. He throws strikes. And again, we see him being a starter in the big leagues.
It's rare to have a pitcher or a baseball player that tall.
That tall.
Why do you think he's different?
Well, because when you look out at him and then when he walks past you or you shake his hand, you realize how tall he is. When he's out on the mound, you don't think about that in the sense of how awkward. He's so big and this and that because he controls his body. So I guess what I have to say is, from a standpoint of him being 6'10", 6'11", he really controls his body well, which shows his athleticism, and he is a good athlete.
You're looking at guys at the top of the number 2 overall pick. Is the factor of how quickly you anticipate they can make it to the big leagues and play with your current core? Does that impact your decision?
That didn't impact the decision here, no. We really, at number 2, I think you want to get a guy who you think can be a really good major league player, and that's how we looked at it with Joey. I mean, some of the pitchers that you may look at and say they can maybe get there quick, but we all know how difficult it is to get here to the major leagues, whether it's quick or whether it's not. It's tough to be here. So again, we were good. We were happy that the two guys that we were able to get today was a good day. So we were happy about that.
Was there any hesitation that you might have the best catcher in baseball as is, and he'll be 33 maybe a couple of years if this kid is ready by then?
Again, I don't think you draft for need. You know, we as a philosophy here, and that's throughout our organization, we don't draft for need for what our big league club is, because a lot can happen in 1 year period of time or different years. So we don't draft for need. We try to draft who we feel is the best player when it's our turn to pick. And we clearly felt that Joey was the best pick at the number 2 slot. And when it came time at 45 with Sean and Hjelle there, we decided that was the best pick for us at this time.
Was this reminiscent of your first draft here?
I'm not going to compare.
Well, you had.
I can't tell which one my smile may be high there. I don't know. We had a couple. We had extra picks back in 2008, and that made a difference too. That was fun. And plus, I was in San Francisco for the first time. That was really great.
What did Joey do, or at what point in this season did he start to separate himself? Because it seemed like there was early in the year you were going to try to wait for some of these guys to separate.
Joey was a guy we identified early on, and we met with him in the wintertime also, and got a chance to, or at least real early spring, I should say. But he was someone that we went to and saw him play in the fall, and then followed up with seeing him. We contacted and talked to different people that he was involved with when he was in the Cape, and then not only his coach, our scout, Luke Merton, who went to Georgia Tech, has a very good relationship there, and I think that helped us too in getting the chance to know Joey, know his makeup, and identify that as being a candidate to be our first pick.
Is he somebody, I mean, sometimes you draft a shortstop knowing you can move him off the position, or you draft a center fielder knowing that you can move him to a corner?
We're not looking at moving him off the position, but I think we feel he's athletic enough. If he was to move off the position, I mean, not move off, but he could play somewhere else on the diamond. He is athletic enough, but he's only really caught. Okay, so we're not saying that. I'm saying athletically, he probably could play another position because he is very athletic and moves well. There was a bunch of us there in that game against Florida State when he hit a ball that was, if you saw the highlights of some of those, it was real far.
Were you were at that game?
Yeah, there was a few of us there. Yes.
How many? 3 or 4?
I think there was about 4 of us there. Yeah.
What was your reaction to that ball when you saw it right off the bat?
Wow! First, it was like. And Luke Merton, who was, like I said, he's our scout, he said, "Oh yeah, I used to hit him there." But it was it's fun to watch him play, and it's fun to watch Hjelle pitch. And I know every time Joey walked up to the plate, it was a sense of what was going to happen, and people were excited to see him come up to the plate. And talking to, and we did a lot of research. We talked to a lot of other coaches that were on ACC clubs, and who he had played against, and asked them about him too. And from a standpoint, they felt like he was one of the best that has come through in a while. And that's how we felt.
You anticipate quick negotiations and he'd be on the field starting his pro career soon?
We're going to try to get him out as soon as we possibly can. In the midst, he's not in the playoffs, and neither is Hjelle, so we don't have to worry about waiting on that sense. So hopefully we can move forward as quickly as possible.